Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Stay In. Sorry about that slight technical hitch there. Didn't want to go live for some reason. However, I am now here. So thank you for joining me again on this Friday evening for our Stay In quiz. And it is Hats Week. Here's my my hat, my Merry Christmas hat. Silliest one I could find in the house. Yes, I've had great fun already. Lots of you sent in your hat pictures. Here are just some of the ones I have received so far. We got pirates, we got Vikings, we got people going on summer holiday. Loads going on there. Yeah, so keep sending them in, and then we will, if I get a chance, I will put some more up during the break time. Yes, so thank you for joining us. Let me get me back up there. There we go. Yes, so it's another Friday, another Stay In pub quiz. Let me know through the live chat if you are here and how you're doing. Let me know what you're drinking. I've got my usual beer here. It's another one from Harbour Brewery. But yeah, just comment with what you have got, what you are drinking tonight, and just, yeah, say hello. First sip there. Yeah, so tonight, usual 4 rounds and a picture round. Picture round is up on the Facebook page if anybody would like to see it. So yeah, it's quite simple. You just have to name the trophy or medal that is shown in the pictures. There's 10 of them there this week. Yeah, they're a range of things. They're not just sporting ones, from all walks of life, really. Oh, I'm being passed a message here. Let me see. Yes, I'm on that. Yeah, yeah, I am on it with that. So yes, thank you. Right, good evening. Who have we got coming? Okay, so Danny has no drink, but she is ready to rock. Excellent. Elaine is anything you can get, you're drinking. Brilliant. Okay, aiming the dream team here as well. Fantastic. Nice to see lots of you joining in. Yeah, as I was saying, our rounds, our picture round is our trophies. And we've got a round. I asked if anybody wanted to suggest any rounds. I got a request for a round on plants because it should have been Chelsea Flower Show this week. I can just hear me talking in the background there. It's alright. Good evening, Team Pebbles. We've got a round on beaches. Seeing as beaches are in the news, seeing as apparently we are unable to keep away from them, even though we should be social distancing. And after the break, we've got a round on cakes, just because we are a round on cakes. And then round 4 is a What's the Link round. That went down well the other week, so I thought I would carry on with that. Hey, good evening, Matt and Lisa, and I can't read that, and Gordon. There you go. Oh, extra pale ale tonight. Sounds lovely there. Yeah, so keep on sending in pictures of you and your silly hats. Keep on with the live chat. I'll try and keep on top of this. So we've already got a few comments I've had to delete there. I'll keep on top of that. But thank you for those of you sending me the message saying, people are back, they're spamming you again. Yeah, I'll get them off as soon as I can. Yeah, so we'll see how we are going with that. I think that is it. I've got a few messages, which I'll say for by the interval as well. No singing this week. We didn't have enough volunteers to sing Love Shine a Light, so we'll just have to remember Graham's rendition from last week. And the other secret mission didn't get off the ground either, but we will see about that. We may save that for another time. Yeah, so if you'd like to let me know when you are ready and we can begin this week's quiz. So yeah, in the live chat, just comment away to say you are ready to begin, and we can move on with the plants round. Let's get me a quick drink. There we go. Oh, I don't know if it's a delay this week on the chat. Nobody seems to be ready yet. Oh, here we go. Oh no, it's just Mum drinking some wine. There you go. Yeah, the plants round was requested to link in with the Chelsea Flower Show. I'm not a great... I don't have a great knowledge of plants. This was an interesting round for me to write. I've learned a lot this week doing it. So we'll see how we go. Right, here we go. Lots of comments coming through. You probably sent these to me about a minute before you've heard me say that. But here we go. So we've got David ready, Liz ready, Helene's ready, Malcolm's ready, Graham, Janice, Matt. We've got loads ready here. Excellent. Okay, round one. Plants. And your first question of the quiz is, the scientific study of plant life is known as what? Question 1. The scientific study of plant life is known as what? Question 2. Amber is made from fossilized tree what? Amber is made from fossilized tree what? Question 3. I'm going to give you a Latin name of a plant here. Hopefully I pronounce it correctly. Which plant has the Latin name Nicotiana? Which plant has the Latin name Nicotiana? I'm sure I'll get comments if I haven't pronounced it correctly. If you want the spelling, it's Nicotiana. Nicotiana, I think. Question 4. What grain has the highest level of worldwide production? What grain has the highest level of worldwide production? A little clue there for you. Rice is the second most. And let's not start a debate about whether rice is a herb or not. Google went into overdrive last night on that, apparently. If anyone doesn't know what I'm on about, that was a question on Jay's pub quiz last night. And by the way, if you want, Jay's pub quiz has been taken over by Stephen Fry in 8 minutes. So if you want to watch Stephen Fry instead of me, go over to Jay's pub quiz. If you want to stick with my ugly mug, then stay in the stay in. Question 5. What is the name of the Japanese art form which involves creating miniature versions of trees? What is the name of the Japanese art form which involves creating miniature versions of trees? All gone quiet on the chat there, so I presume that you can hear me all right. I'm sure I'd have had a message if you can't. Question 6. What is the national flower of the Netherlands? What is the national flower of the Netherlands? Oh, apparently Jay's pub quiz is overrated, according to Robbie. There you go. It is the most popular, though. Hopefully you're enjoying the stay-in one. Question 7. Age-old debate here. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? Well, thank you very much for staying with us, Graham. Question 8. What is the most eaten vegetable worldwide? I just want to get you talking. What is the most eaten vegetable worldwide? Question 9. Opium is derived from which flower? Opium is derived from which flower? Nobody's corrected me on my Latin so far, so I must have got it right. Either that or nobody knows how to pronounce it. And question 10. Ramsons is a perennial flowering plant that is more commonly known as what? Ramsons is a perennial flowering plant more commonly known as what? It's in season at the moment and is lovely. If you like this sort of thing. Good for the cholesterol as well, apparently. Getting strange looks from Maddie. I learnt that when I was researching the quiz. What are all these messages? Right. Ooh. You get loads. Oh. Lots of people staying, which is excellent to hear. Hello to Mike Morgan. Thank you for joining us. Yes, as usual, I'll give you just a few moments to just settle on any answers. Have an argument with your inner mind or your fellow team members. Have a discussion maybe about the most eaten vegetable in the world. Finalise your answers before I move on to the beaches round. Where's everyone joining us from tonight? I know we're based here in Cornwall, but I know we have regulars from Edinburgh. Got my family in Wales and Somerset as well. So where's everyone from this evening? Have we managed to spread any further yet? Oh, apparently this is the best quiz. Thank you, Mike. Yes, I'm going to wait for the delay. Here we come. The messages come through. Hey, we got Joe and Sally down in Commonmore, not far away from me. I'm cycling past Commonmore quite a lot at the moment. Danny's from Bristol. Thank you for joining us from a little bit further afield. We've got loads coming up. Can I spell question 10? Oh, got there just in time. Question 10. Ramsons is Ramsons. All over the place at the moment. Liz is in Nantwich and Anglesey at the same time. I'll take it you're actually just in Anglesey with Chris at the moment. Colin signing in from Honest Morn, Anglesey in Welsh, for those of you who don't know. I've known Colin since I was, I don't know how old, very small. Anyway, shall we move on to round 2, which is our beaches round. Like to be topical, all over the news the other day when I was writing the quizzes, how everybody turned up at the beach when they should have been at social distancing. So, yeah, round on beaches. I'm sure we've all missed them. But here we go. Question 1 in round 2. In which city would you find the famous Copacabana beach? In which city would you find the Copacabana beach? Question 2. According to Bram Stoker's novel, on which Yorkshire beach did Dracula land after travelling to England? According to Bram Stoker's novel, on which Yorkshire beach did Dracula land after travelling to England? Lovely place there as well. Been there once, maybe twice, can't remember. Question 3. I haven't been to this beach, but I would definitely like to. Which world famous beach is located 4 miles east of central Sydney in Australia? Which world famous beach is located 4 miles east of Sydney in Australia? Can you see how many we've got at the moment, Maddie? Sometimes, I haven't got the viewing figures on this laptop at the moment. Find out in a moment. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, there is good and fish and chips in question 2. Anyway, moving on to question 4. Which Welsh beach was the scene for numerous attempts to beat the world land speed record from the 1920s onwards? Which Welsh beach was the scene for numerous attempts to beat the world land speed record from the 1920s onwards? Another one that I'm hoping, well, not hoping, but I think Graham may know. 46 watching at the moment, thank you, Graham. Oh, goodness, I'm mad, it's 2,500! That would have shot up from our normal 40, 50-ish. Okay, where are we? Question 5. In which northern town would you find the Pleasure Beach? In which northern town would you find the Pleasure Beach? Interesting to know if any of you watching have been to all of these places. question 6. Here's one to have a good old discussion about. Being an 18-mile long shingle beach in Dorset, what is the UK's longest beach? Being an 18-mile long shingle beach in Dorset, what is the UK's longest beach? At this point, I think my test teams, who had a look and suggested I may need to reword that to avoid a little bit of ambiguity. For those of you who knew, I would have a test team having a little look at the questions, just to make sure they're suitable. And research them all myself, get somebody to check them, and hopefully we all get nice scores. Fingers crossed. Question 7. In which part of the UK would you find Port Stewart Strand? In which part of the UK would you find Port Stewart Strand? Done. Question 8. Not about a specific beach this time, more an entertainment question. Who starred in the 2000 film adaptation of Alex Garland's novel The Beach? Who starred in the 2000 film adaptation of Alex Garland's novel The Beach? Great film, great book as well. I'm sure it's a great beach, but I've never been. Question 9. Linking to being local in Cornwall here at the moment. North Rapper is an anagram of which Cornish beach? So North Rapper. Rapper as in Eminem, not wrapping paper. So Northrapper. North Rapper is an anagram of which Cornish beach? Edinburgh with me. They just can't use the live chat. Good evening, Edinburgh. Sounded a bit like Eurovision then, didn't it? Want to send in your scores, Edinburgh? And finally, in our beaches round, which group had a 1974 hit with the song Beach Baby? Which group had a 1974 hit with the song Beach Baby? So there we go. That's the end of our second round on beaches. We'll head to our interval in a moment. Nil point from up in Edinburgh. Is that for me this week? Well, thank you very much, Edinburgh. Yeah, so we've done our first 2 rounds. For those of you who are new this week, up to a new few names on the live chat there. What we do is we'll go to a break now, and I'll flash the picture round up. And we'll have about 5 minutes or so, and then I will come back and we will do the answers to rounds 1 and 2, and then we'll continue with rounds 3 and 4, which is our cakes and our what's the link round. And I've also got a few messages when I come back after the interval as well. So I will see you again in about 5 minutes. Gives you time to use the facilities at the Stay Inn and pop to the bar. So yeah, here is your picture round. For those of you who haven't seen it, name the trophies. Right, 10 trophies there, trophies or medals for you. Can you name them, please? Right, I'm going to go quiet now, and I shall speak to you in about 5 minutes. Hello, I'm back. Still got the picture round up. I'll put my ugly mug back on now. Remember, you can access those pictures on a Facebook page if you'd like to. I've also got a Twitter as well, which they're up on. So if you search on Twitter for Stay in Pub Quiz, you should find it. Didn't put the link on here, sorry. Anyway, here's me. So we'll go through the answers to the first 2 rounds in a couple of minutes. Just got a couple of messages that I'd like to give out in the interval. So last week, those of you with us saw the amazing rendition of Happy Birthday for Graham, and of course his classic Love Shine a Light intro. It was only afterwards that I realised we had another quizzer celebrating a birthday last week. So I'd like to extend a big happy birthday to Jeff if you're watching this week. It was a big birthday for you last week. I did see a picture of your cake. Looked absolutely amazing. So big happy birthday to Jeff, who's been joining us most weeks. Hope you had a good day. And again, I don't know if this person is with us tonight. Lauren, been messaging you. You couldn't make it last week because you were doing your virtual hen do. I hope you had a good time. Your virtual hen do last week. Let me know how it went if you're watching at the moment, and if you've returned to the stay in. So 2 of you are celebrating. I've already had lists of people celebrating birthdays coming up as well. So I'll try and mention them. If you know anyone's celebrating, let me know. I'll try and give them a shout out. There we go. Right. Shall we do the answers to the first 2 rounds and then move on to round 3 and 4? So our first round was plants. Here we go. There you go. Oh, Jeff is watching, thank you. Question 1. The scientific study of plants is botany. Amber is fossilized tree resin or tree sap. The plant with the Latin name Nicotiana is the tobacco plant. Colin, I don't know what is involved in a virtual hen do. Lauren, if you're around, can you explain maybe? Question 4. The grain, the highest level of worldwide production, it's corn. Question 5. The Japanese art form that involves creating miniature versions of trees is bonsai. Question 6. The national flower of the Netherlands is the tulip. Question 7. Tomato is a fruit. Question 8. The most eaten vegetable worldwide is an onion. 9. Opium is derived from a poppy. And ramsons is more commonly known as wild garlic. I said loads about at the moment. Go and pick some. You can just eat it. It's nice as it is, if you're into that sort of thing. Round 2 is our beaches round. So question 1. Copacabana is in Rio de Janeiro. Question 2. Dracula landed on Whitby Beach. Question 3. The beach 4 miles east of central Sydney is Bondi Beach. Question 4. The Welsh beach, where there were numerous world land speed records, was Pendine Sands, I think. Correct me if I pronounced it wrong. Question 5. The Blackpool is where you find the pleasure beach. 6. The UK's longest beach is Chesil Beach. Question 7. Port Stewart Strand is in Northern Ireland. Leonardo DiCaprio starred in The Beach. North Rapper is an anagram of Perranporth. And in 1974 it was First Class who had a hit with Beach Baby. So there we go. If you'd like to total up your scores, if you want to send them through in the live chat, how you're doing, please let me know. Test team said maybe a tad harder than the last couple of weeks, but we'll see when scores start coming in. Maddie's nodding away. Seems a tad harder. Well, our next two rounds are all about cakes. And what's the link? So our cakes round, all of the answers are names of cakes. Okay, it should make sense as we go through. Yeah, so you're looking for the name of a type of cake. Should make sense, hopefully. I'm just seeing scores coming in. So we've got a few 16s here, 14, 16 again, 16. Oh, seems like almost everybody's on 16. Malcolm, you're on 17, in the lead so far. 14, the Ludan Losers, that's Anne and Chav. 13 for Joe and Sally. So yeah, lots of quite close scores here. Only a few points in it. Next few rounds and your pictures may turn it. Although there isn't officially a winner as such, I would say the winner is the one who's had the most fun. Which last week, I think I was the winner. I had lots of fun last week. But I don't know, maybe Graham was the winner. Anyway, let's move on to round 3, shall we? Cakes. The answer is the name of a type of cake. So question 1. Which tube stop in the borough of Islington is found between St Cross and Old Street on the Northern Line? So which tube stop in the borough of Islington is found between King's Cross and Old Street on the Northern Line? And thank you to test teams who thought I should just add in the bit about being in the borough of Islington there. Question 2. What was the name of the puppet mule who starred in a children's TV show from 1946 until 1957? What was the name of the puppet mule who starred in a children's TV show from 1946 until 1957? Well, I'm glad you're having fun there, Mum. Maybe you do win. Are you having the most fun? Question 3. Which group had hit singles with Atomic and Call Me? Which group had hit singles with Atomic and Call Me? Hopefully a few questions in here. It's making sense if I didn't explain it very well. Question 4. Which Scottish city is located on the Firth of Tay? Which Scottish city is located on the Firth of Tay? Question 5. The football club Sampdoria is located in which northwestern Italian city? The football club Sampdoria is located in which northwestern Italian city? question 6. Which island, which is an autonomous region of Portugal, is located 700 kilometers west of Morocco? Which island, which is an autonomous region of Portugal, is located 700 kilometers west of Morocco? Morocco keeps popping up, doesn't it, after the great Spanish border debate from a few weeks ago. It was mentioned last week, wasn't it? Oh, the only African nation to compete in Eurovision. Question 7. What was the surname of famous Russian ballerina Anna, who has a dessert named after her? What was the surname of Russian ballerina Anna, who has a dessert named after her? A bit quiet on the chat, hasn't it? All concentrating. Question 8. Which unit of mass is equivalent to 454 grams? Which unit of mass is equivalent to 454 grams? Maddie was straight in there with that one. Question 9. What is the surname of the author who wrote the novel Trainspotting? What is the surname of the author who wrote the novel Trainspotting? You're all thinking about cake, are you, Crow? Do you know what? Me too. When I was writing this, I really wanted cake. What type of cake did I want? Definitely not any of these types. Girl, carrot cake is my favourite. That's what you can do on the live chat in between rounds. What's your favourite cake? And finally, question 10. Oolong and masala are both types of what? Oolong and masala are both types of what? So that concludes your cake round. Yeah, comment away. What's your favourite cake? Mine is carrot cake. Maddie, chocolate? Birthday cake. Okay, birthday cake. Any cake that's a birthday. Red velvet. There you go. Danny likes a carrot cake as well. Okay. Couldn't get red velvet into the quiz. I did try. We had a list of about 25 cakes and narrowed it down. See what I could do with those questions. Yeah. So, we're moving on to our final round in a minute. It's another one of my What's the Link rounds, which always went down well in the stag when I did them. Well, I think they did anyway. So you'll have 9 questions, and then the 10th question is, what is the link between all of the answers? Okay, I think we had one the other week, didn't we, where all the answers were chocolate bars, so the link was chocolate bars. So 9 questions, and then what is the link between the answers? Okay. Oh, what have we got in here? Chocolate brownie for my dad. Matt likes a lemon drizzle cake. I do like a good lemon drizzle cake, actually. Maybe we should all bake cakes. Who's going to bake a cake after this, I wonder? Not me. Too late. Anyway, I'm going to move on to round 4. What's the link? So, question 1 in your What's the Link round. Who had their first UK top 10 single in 1963 with The Times They Are A-Changin'? Who had their first UK top 10 single in 1963 with The Times They Are A-Changin'? Oh, Eccles cake for Carol. I haven't had an Eccles cake in ages. More brownies. Any cake. I like that. Any cake will do. You can see how much the delay is there, can't you, me getting these messages? Question 2. Which organisation has the Ode to Joy as its anthem? Which organisation has the Ode to Joy as its anthem? A little bit of a problem there. See why I'm looking down. Okay, I think we're sorted. Question 3. After which US president was the teddy bear named? After which US president was the teddy bear named? I want a Bakewell tart for Colin. I think I'm the only one in the house who likes Bakewell tarts. He's coming, it's making me feel hungry. We have got some lovely homemade cookies sitting in the kitchen. I might have to have one of those afterwards. Question 4. Which biologist and physician discovered penicillin? Which biologist and physician discovered penicillin? I wonder if anybody's got the link yet. Question 5. The logo of which organisation is a candle wrapped in barbed wire? The logo of which organisation is a candle wrapped in barbed wire? Question 6. Who wrote The Jungle Book? Who wrote The Jungle Book? Question 7. Who was the 8th and final leader of the Soviet Union? Who was the 8th and final leader of the Soviet Union? Question 8. Which physicist developed the theory of relativity? Which physicist developed the theory of relativity? Question 9. Which Polish-born scientist discovered polonium and radium? Which Polish-born scientist discovered polonium and radium? And your final question is, what is the link between all of those 9 answers? Again, I may have dropped in a subliminal hint somewhere along the line tonight. I'll not say subliminal, we'll see when we get to the answers. So those are your questions for tonight. As usual, what I'll do is I'll pop up the picture round just for another couple of minutes to give you more thinking time, arguing time, talking yourself out of answers time, whatever you want to call it. Then I'll come back, I'll start with the answers to the picture round, and then we'll do answers to rounds 3 and 4, and then we'll wrap up the evening. So here are your picture rounds for the final time. So name the medal there. I will be back to talk to you with the answers in a couple of minutes. Okay, so I'm back. I've seen Anne's message, the last question. So question 9 of the round was, which Polish scientist discovered polonium and radium? And question 10 in that round was, what is the link between the first 9 answers in that round? So I'll just give you a few seconds just to finish off that answer, Anne, and then I'll start the answers. While we're just waiting for the answers, if you've got any requests of rounds for next week, please let me know, and then I'll see what I can weave in, like I weaved in the plants this week, which I really enjoyed doing because I learned a lot. Quite a lot of it I didn't put it in because it was far too complicated. Yeah, like I said the other week, I like to research them and make my own questions rather than pull them from a quiz book. Makes it a bit more fun for me as well, doing it that way. Anyway, let's go through the answers, shall we? We'll start with the picture round here. So there's there are 10 trophies on there. Let's get your answers up. Here they come in just a second, and I'll talk through them. So question 1, it is the FIFA World Cup or the Jules Rimet trophy. Question 2, that is a Nobel medal given to Nobel Prize winners. Question 3, that is the Ashes urn. Question 4 is the Sports Personality of the Year trophy. Question 5 is the FA Cup. I chose trophies this week because it should have been the FA Cup final tomorrow, and that's obviously been postponed. Question 6 is a Grammy Award. If you try to zoom in on what it said, it doesn't say Grammy Award because it is a replica one. Question 7. Question 7 is the Venus Rosewater dish, or that is the ladies singles champion at Wimbledon. If you've got something along those lines, you can give yourself a point. Question 8 is the Victoria Cross. Question 9 is a BAFTA, or a BAFTA. India tried to read the answers out early on at BAFTA Award. And question 10 is an Academy Award or an Oscar. So those are your picture rounds. And here is my ugly mug. There we go. So, Helene, what have we got here? 70s rock music. I like the sound of that, actually. 70s rock music. Maybe we can do that. Animals, food and drink. I'll add them to my list. 70s rock music. Oh, there you go. Maddie approves. We might have a round of 70s rock music. Yeah, let's go through the answers to rounds 3 and 4. And we can total up. So round 3 is our cakes round. All of your answers are types of cake. So the tube stop in Islington between King's Cross and Old Street is Angel. Angel Islington. Question 2. The puppet mule was Muffin. Question 3. The group who had hit singles with Atomic and Call Me is Blondie. And we've got Liz coming in now with 2000s rock music. Let's have a rock quiz, shall we? Question 4. The Scottish city on the Firth of Tay is Dundee. Question 5. Sampdoria is in Genoa. 6. The island 700 kilometers west of Morocco is Madeira. 7. The Russian ballerina was Anna Pavlova. 8. The unit of mass equivalent to 454 grams is pound. Or 70s glam rock for Colin. Really specialist. 9. The surname of the author of Trainspotting was Welsh. And oolong and masala are both types of tea. It was Irving Welsh who wrote Trainspotting. It's the only novel that I've had to actually read out loud to fully understand. It doesn't make sense unless you read it out loud and you can see the Scottish accent now. Right, round 4, not question 4. So round 4 is what's the link? Okay, so question 1, the singer who had a top 10 single in 1963 with The Times They Are A-Changin' was Bob Dylan. Question 2, the Ode to Joy is the anthem for the European Union. 3, the teddy bear was named after Theodore Roosevelt. Question 4, it was Alexander Fleming who discovered penicillin. 5, the logo of the candle wrapped in barbed wire is Amnesty International. 6 is Rudyard Kipling. The 8th and final leader of the Soviet Union was Mikhail Gorbachev. 8, it was Albert Einstein who developed the theory of relativity. 9, Marie Curie discovered polonium and radium. And the link is they're all Nobel Prize winners. So some like Bob Dylan and Rudyard Kipling won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Got a lot in there for the Nobel Peace Prize. I've got one for medicine, physics. Didn't get any for the economics is the 5th one, isn't it? Yeah, and I dropped in the medal as well. I don't know if anyone picked up on that. But you have now that you've seen the answers. So yeah, if you'd like to total up your scores, and let's see how everybody has done. Have a quick drink. Oh, I've switched now. I've got an Oban single malt here now. So yeah, just while I'm waiting for scores to come in, I'm keeping the stay in open for the moment, but as schools are reopening, I'm going to be working more and more. So I'm going to see how I can balance it out, creating the quiz and running it. Obviously it takes quite a few hours to research it, write the questions, publicise it, get all the pictures and things together. So I'm hoping I can still do it for the time being. But yeah, when I did the stag-in quiz, it was once a month because it was taking up time. But I'll try and keep this running as long as possible around work commitments for you. Next week, I am hoping, because I've had a few little messages pop through, I'm hoping that we can do a virtual pub crawl during the quiz. So I've been in contact with a few local pubs. I'm going to contact a few more as well. So yeah, we'll see about that, but I'm hoping to do a virtual pub crawl around some pubs in southeast Cornwall next week. It should make sense next week. Got to work out the finer details. But that's what we'll do next week. So yeah, but if you happen to do any baking of cakes that you want to send in pictures, please do. Or if you want to bake me a cake and get it to me somehow, please feel free. I'll always eat them. So here are scores coming in. What have we got? Malcolm is on 45. I missed some above there. You've got so many coming in. Heather and Co on 39. Oh, so many messages I've listed. 42s, 43s, 41 for Liz. That's got to be a record. 37 for Danny. Bookshop is on 41. 10 on the picture for That's the Other Malcolm, isn't it? Loads of good scores coming in. Yeah, I like it when we get scores that are close together. I think I explained the other week how I tried to design the questions so that we get similar scores with just enough to create a winner. But the winner is the one who's having most fun. But 45 is our high score at the moment. Vicky's joining us this week on 39. Well done, Vicky. Don't forget to hit the like button, says Liz. There you go. Hit the like button. Do you want to see my contact details as well? I haven't flashed them up, have I? There you go. Facebook.com/StClearQuizzes. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. There's my email address, or search St Clear Quizzes on Twitter and Instagram as well. I've got them all now. I'm just learning how to use some of them. How did you do, Maddie? Do you want to say? Pardon? 37, well done. Good score. Amy and Co got 42 this week. Oh, still in lockdown in Wales, Colin. Can't do a pub crawl. You can do this pub crawl. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it works. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us again in the stay in. It's been a pleasure once again. It looks like, a quick glance in the comments, that we've got some rock music questions, so we'll do some rock music next week. Whether that is 70s glam rock, 2000s rock music, we will see. We will do something along those lines in our virtual pub crawl. So yeah, thank you very much. Oh, we've got a 46 from Jane in Edinburgh. My goodness, well done. So yeah, thank you very much for coming again. I'm going to sign off in just a second, and I will see you same time, same place next week. The stay in Friday night at 8 PM. Right, goodbye, and I shall see you next week.